So for today, I got the price of Hamburg. Talk to you about that.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Of course, I got another Duff's pick. I'll keep that a surprise for now.
Yeah.
But we'll twist it into a Lanark pick as well.
Okay.
So my buddy Jay sent me a text the other day saying, "Come on, Duff. Can't believe you're not talking about Narcos."
Narcos?
And I'm like,
wait a second.
Yeah, Narcos from like 8 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good though. He's right. A great show.
Oh, yeah, great show.
Great show. And you have to remember, he's up in Lanark, so
True.
it's
They're a little behind.
just a different time scale.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
So we won't hold that against them or any of our other listeners from up the valley.
Yeah.
So we'll do a little twist into the Lanark pick of the week as well.
Okay.
This could be a new weekly segment.
Lanark pick of the week?
The Lanark pick of the week.
Okay.
And it would just focus on something from like 8 years ago.
You going to ask me if I prepared anything?
Well, I'll ask you about your follow-up pick as well.
I haven't prepared any.
Of course you haven't. Got some listener questions. It's been a while.
Ah, okay. Actually, I do have
I told you that a while ago. Pick a listener.
Yes, I do have one.
From our countless, there's a bunch now, right? It's been weeks. So yeah, we picked a couple, or we will pick a couple good questions from lately.
Okay.
Now I have the chicken sandwich wars on there. Do you know anything about
Chicken
that?
sandwich wars. I know that could be through a group text.
Yeah, but we didn't talk about it online, did we?
Yeah, you guys did.
Really? About chicken sandwiches?
You and BJ, talked about chicken sandwiches from different...
when did we do that?
Establishments.
Okay.
The other day.
Well, it's fresh in my mind of the one I want to talk about, so yeah.
Okay,
we could throw that. Because did this show not start off a year and a half ago with a focus on fast food almost? Didn't we talk about food a lot more back then?
We probably did.
Okay, well,
I don't remember. It's been a long time.
Yeah, we'll bring a little bit of that back.
Long time, many episodes ago.
Yeah, and we talk about BJ and his well-planned weekends. He gave us permission.
God.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit of that.
Yeah. Okay.
That's about it. I got my two listener questions. I think I'm ready to go.
Yeah. What else is nothing else, I guess, eh?
I'm good. I can carry the show today, man, with all that.
Eh?
Yeah.
It's a good thing because, like I said, I didn't.
You got nothing.
I had to apologize, I guess.
Okay. Well, we can start off with maybe an apology.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay, let's go.
Warning. This podcast will be an injurious waste of your time. Warning. This podcast will be an injurious waste of your time.
Yeah, good morning. I'll take a medium with 2 sugar and a medium regular, please.
There you go, DDT. I just tweeted out a nice picture of the 2 coffees again.
Oh.
I bought, of course.
I know you bought. Morning, Duff. Hey, listen. I offered to buy.
You did offer this morning.
Yeah.
What did I say?
You said, I'll be there in 5 minutes.
I said, forget it, I'm buying.
Yeah.
I would rather buy than waste 20 minutes doing nothing, waiting for my coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm good, you?
Okay.
Okay, just okay on the DDT
I've been okay.
scale.
I haven't been great.
Yeah, you're probably not the only one.
Yeah, but I've been okay.
As we inch our way through this pandemic.
Yes. Should I apologize to our listeners?
Start off with the customary apology.
With the apology? Maybe we should have a little intro for that.
And here is DDT's apology.
Like maybe a little music.
No.
DDT makes his apology. Oh, that was bad.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know.
I'll leave that up to you. You're the editor.
Oh, I don't know. That's something producer. I probably should do but won't.
Yeah. I'm thinking something more just literally sad that the listener has to like endure your apology.
Oh.
Something like, here it is, folks, again. DDT apologizes. Something like that.
That would also be funny.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So what is it?
You know what we should get is a voice. We need to hire a voice guy.
A voice.
You know?
Yeah.
Because all the voices are mine so far.
Things we should do, but don't.
Yeah.
Maybe BJ could be the voice.
Oh, that's true, eh?
A way to include him.
That's right.
If he could fit us into his busy schedule.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, let me apologize first, and then
we'll talk about his busy schedule.
So, to all our good listeners in North America and Eastern Europe, I apologize for the next whatever time we talk. which is never predetermined.
That's the apology.
Yeah, that's a pretty lame one, isn't it?
Very lame.
Yeah.
I thought you had lots of stuff to apologize for. No.
Well, I've got lots of stuff. We always have lots of stuff to apologize, but
Okay.
they don't want to get bored for the next 2 minutes of me listing things.
No, and they should be somewhat warned, I guess,
Yeah.
about the content of the day.
Exactly.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Should we actually put in the warning now?
Already?
The next part of the
my
podcast.
God.
Injurious waste of your time.
That would be rough.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we alluded to JB's busy schedule.
Yes.
Why don't we check that box off right now? Then?
Sure, why not? That's on your list.
I think JB felt bad, eh? He felt bad because he thought we were making fun of him.
Well, yeah.
But au contraire.
Yeah,
Au contraire.
he's got his weekends meticulously planned out every
Very
week.
well planned, enviously planned out.
You and I would just go by whatever.
My response, so we're not, you know what? We're not going to read JB's itemized, lengthy itinerary for today.
Took me like
we're not going to go there.
Read it.
Yeah, so we don't have that kind of time to share with you, the good listener.
Well, we do. It would just be injurious.
It would be a step up from that. Like it almost
Can
has...
it get worse than injurious?
Like this list of items and to-do lists.
By the way, thanks for the coffee.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, so anyways, on and on and on, JB. Mm-hmm. He's a busy man for sure. And we all know that. He cannot even fit us in for coffee, right? It's been a couple times, I'd say, in the last year and a half he's made it out.
It hasn't been very much.
It hasn't been much. And that's fine. We do keep in touch via the text.
Mm-hmm.
So I texted him back. Like he went on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah.
And then he was basically feeling bad for doing it, I guess. So then I simply said, reading way too much into that, BJ. LOL. Keep the info coming. I just don't want to share things you don't want shared.
Yeah.
Because we know now that we're up over 1,100 unique downloads and countless subscribers, and more importantly, just literally hundreds, if not almost 1,000. Hundreds, if I want to say hundreds, if not thousands, but no, it's hundreds, if not many hundreds, approaching 1,000 random people at different times consuming at least one podcast.
Wow.
That tells us we got listeners, right?
Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Don't you look at the data, like the tracking?
I can't get it. I can't log into the.
Okay.
I can't get into our Twitter, and I can't get into.
You've been banned from Twitter. That's another
I've been
story.
banned from Twitter.
Yeah.
And I don't have the.
Okay. Well, what I love about it is now that we're on multiple platforms, the Podbean skis and the Podbean listeners are only a small portion.
Yeah.
So all that data, whatever that is,
you gotta add to the other.
Well, then there's this other data sheet that shows Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google, like all these other platforms, and even some weird ones I've never heard of. They track listeners too. So whatever, and I find, what do you think the biggest one is? Believe it or not.
I have no clue.
Spotify. We're all over the place on Spotify.
Is a huge,
which is funny. I guess it's because it's a nice, simple, easy place to find things, right? Yeah. Anyhow, I didn't even finish my blurb here.
Yeah. Oh.
Like, pause about it. I just said, don't worry, buddy. You're reading too much into this. And then I said, you know what? Having a day plan for the weekend might be a good thing. I said, but I don't. Lately, just getting through the week has me spent, right?
Yeah.
Saturday rolls around. I wake up, and then I try to figure out what needs doing.
Yes.
Today, I knew we had a podcast that needed doing. That was literally probably the only thing on my list.
Yeah. And speaking of which, we should tell our good listener that we're actually back together in the garage cave after 2 weeks of virtual.
What did we do last weekend?
Well, you were out of town.
Was that last weekend?
Yeah.
What about the weekend before?
I was out of town.
Where were you?
I was up in Sudbury, Ontario.
Right.
Yeah. So we have been doing it virtually. Now we're back together.
So this is a full 3 weeks. This has been such a blur.
Yeah, so we're back together, which is nice. Nice to be back together.
That's true. We are in the garage cave. I smell leaky oil and rubber from motorbikes.
Yes.
And lovely wood that you claim doesn't burn.
Does not burn your wood.
That was frustrating to hear. Disappointing, I might add.
It is, because
if Ziggy hears that, you will not get one more free thing.
Well, I don't know why it doesn't burn. It'll burn for like 10 minutes and then
you don't know how to do a fire. I guess.
That's probably what it is. I think.
And you could cut those big hunks down into little little hunks.
Because I had a nice little one log in there that's been sitting inside since last winter.
Yeah.
That I didn't get to burn.
Well, that should be super dry.
I know.
Yeah.
And I had nice kindling, bunch of kindling.
Yeah.
And the fire started off nice, as I sent you guys a picture.
It just trickled out.
And it just trickled out. I'm like, why is this not...
We got to get you some better wood, I guess.
Yeah, it's like, why is this not catching? Because it should be dry.
Because I was envious. I was picturing you sitting back in a tall back leather chair with a glass of bourbon and the fire. Yes. Oh, man.
Oh, I was.
And you were all that,
Well, not the leather chair, but I had the I had the bourbon.
The Canadian Tire lawn chair.
Exactly. The one I'm sitting on right now.
Oh, nice.
In my family room.
With your fancy bourbon in a red Solo pocket. Cup. Yeah. A red Solo Cup bourbon.
Exactly.
Oh, man. Okay, where are we? Where are we here?
I don't know. We lost track of his...
No, it was perfect. No, a little shout out to JB. All's good there. How about...
JB.
How about Duff's pick right away? Get that going.
Sure, Duff's pick.
So...
Are we doing that every week now?
Well,
I think
it's supposed to be a weekly segment, but we got away from it.
We did get away from that.
But we got away from it when life got really busy. But for the good listener, I'm trying to find a new, unique episode on streaming to check out. It's kind of weird because it may not be amazing, but it's still a pick, if that makes sense.
Yes.
It's a unique pick, like the last few.
Yes.
So Duff's...
Oh, I should say the Midnight Mass.
You followed up on it, eh?
Yeah,
and you liked it?
Yeah, that was good.
Pretty sick series.
Yeah.
So this week's is not as good as that one.
Okay. Thanks for the warning.
Yet. But like we were saying in the podcast,
yes,
we really should do one of those. We always say it, but we never do, eh?
Yeah.
Little pre-talk on there.
Pre-talk at podcast.
So in the precast today...
Yes, sir.
Actually, I don't think we talked about this. I said we'll keep it a secret, I think.
Oh.
It's called The Serpent.
The Serpent.
And
the Netflix.
On the Netflix. And if any of you have watched any of our sort of stuff, then you might even be getting little flash ads about this. Like, here's what we're thinking for you.
Exactly.
Right? So that was what was happening to me. I checked it out.
They know your algorithm.
They know the algorithm. And what I like the most about it is how it's set in the 70s. I love these shows that make it look so real from the 70s. And it's basically about this couple that are scam artists. Yes. And it's most of it it's set in Bangkok.
Yeah. That would be in Thailand.
Bangkok, China.
China?
Just kidding.
Do we have any listeners?
What's the capital of Thailand?
It's not Bangkok.
It is Bangkok.
Okay.
You don't remember that from high school?
Well, yeah, but the way you put that kind of...
Okay.
I thought it was going to be a trick
You know
question.
what I'm getting at? What's the capital of different places? And then boom, Bangkok? No?
No. Oh. I have never heard that one before.
If you didn't know the answer to the capital of Thailand, at least from some of my high school days, you quickly got your cock banged. Like it hurt. Like it was like, boom.
So Bangkok. Somebody bagged you?
Yeah.
And then if you didn't say it right? Yeah.
So you would definitely remember the capital of Thailand.
Okay. That never happened to me.
Wow.
I don't know what the hell
didn't happen in Gloucester? St. Paul's? St. Pete's? Where'd you go?
Pius? St. Pius. That's not in Gloucester, though.
Yeah.
But what are you guys doing out in the country?
Yeah, I don't know. We're going to... You can probably edit all that out or at least apologize. So The Serpent highlights this couple scam artists. Things get nasty. Things go south pretty quick. I'd say episode 2, you get a real feel for it.
Yeah.
Very unique show though. Very unique. Yeah. I like it. I'm giving it. I'm definitely gonna continue watching it.
You're gonna
and that would be Duff's pick. That would be Duff's regular pick.
Duff's pick, The Serpent
for episode 5.
You know what's odd?
Yeah.
I actually started watching that a couple months ago.
Right.
And I found it good, but the hard part about it was it kept jumping back and forth in time.
Yeah.
And so that kind of it was hard to follow a little bit for me anyway. I'm not very smart, so it's...
Well, I hear you. And you're right on that note. It consistently jumps back and forth. At first, I thought it was like regular shows that do that.
Yeah.
And then it was a bit more, and I almost thought this is stupid as well.
Yeah.
But it's very, very consistent now. It just consistently goes back and forth.
So I think if you can get used to that...
Once you get used to it, and it's just the 2 scenes, back and forth, back and forth. So it's the actual sort of the crime scene stuff.
Yeah.
And then it will jump to basically this well, it's an embassy employee who's actually trying to like figure it all out because a couple of his country's
he's
citizens.
Investigating. Right?
Yeah, he ends up being an investigator, which is really neat.
Yeah.
Because the police force basically don't want a lot to do with it.
No, they that's right. Yeah, I remember that part. It was an embassy, U.S. embassy guy that works in
Dutch
Thailand.
embassy.
Dutch.
Embassy.
That's right. Dutch embassy guy that works in Thailand.
Kleinberg or something, I forget. Anyways, really, really neat. Now, a twist to that is usually the DDT pick, but I'm just going to preempt that and go with the Lanark pick of the week.
Oh.
Because my buddy Jay sent me a text saying, Duff, can't believe you haven't given Narcos the nod as a pick of the week. And I think my quick response was, it's not 2004 right now, right? And then I'm like, sorry, maybe it is in some parts of the world. So what I'm thinking is, and maybe it's not that old, but if it's a good pick, which it is, great pick, Jay, Narcos. Yeah. Maybe we just do a little Lanark pick of the week.
Maybe he can keep sending us his picks from Lanark.
Jay, I'd be up for that.
Yeah.
Because that would be more authentic for a Lanark pick of the week. If Jay or any of our other Lanark listeners want to toss us a line, we could use it. Or we'll just try to be true to the Lanark theme and do our best to find stuff no more recent than maybe 8-9 years ago.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah, how old was Narcos?
Like focus on that sort of time frame.
Narcos got to be.
Yeah. So it could be titled, hey, what's new in 2015?
In Lanark.
Well, that's only 6 years. I'm thinking so like 2012. Hey, what's new in 2012? Or we just call it the Lanark pick of the week.
Lanark pick of the week
in 2021.
For all our listeners outside of Ottawa, the Lanark is a little small county outside of the city of Ottawa.
Beautiful place.
And
we came
a little backwards.
Close to having
I was going to say,
the head of the tourism board on air with us.
What happened to that?
She got a different job.
We got to ramp that up again.
She got a different job, and the new guy probably didn't find us as appealing as she did. Maybe we have to follow up on that.
Yeah, we should.
Things
we thought of things we should do, but
won't. But will.
But will this time?
But won't.
But won't. So we should maybe follow up on Pharaohs and try to get them on to explain their recent shenanigans.
How can we not find one person from either Lanark County or the Faroe Islands that would like to come on?
I'm not sure if anybody...
And debunk the myths that we are putting out there.
Well, I'm not sure if anybody from the Faroe Islands, considering that the bad press they got...
From the dolphin kill.
The dolphin kill.
The dolphin slaughter.
They want to come on.
The dolphin cull.
Exactly. And want to come on and explain their situation.
I'm trying to think of a fourth word I can use, but I can't.
No. There's probably lots of words in there. Slaughter. Yeah. But the thing is, like, we understand.
Yeah.
It's a tradition going back.
It is.
A long time.
It is.
I think what made the headlines is because they killed more than usual. Much more than usual.
It is very hard to judge that sort of thing. And in all honesty, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think, I don't know. My gut tells me, like, are they eating these dolphins? If they're eating them, then a little different than if they're just killing them for sport.
We have a similar issue here in Canada with the seals.
With the seals.
Yeah, so the seal hunt in Canada. So I hearken back to a couple of things that I know on the seal hunt. So one, do you remember?
Should we put in a warning when you're about to hearken?
You like that word?
Hearken?
I think hearken and reckon.
Yeah.
Those are like words that go back.
Are similar. Okay, hearken away.
I hearken back to a couple of things on the seal hunt in Canada.
Yeah.
So it's an indigenous.
Yeah.
Inuit. In northern. Yeah. Northern Canada.
Yeah.
I mean, that was their food. That was what sustained 100%. Them for thousands of years.
Now, I don't know if it was those folks doing the recent killings, though. Wasn't it just...
Well, it's fallen out. I mean, like, you know, the indigenous peoples, they had to... That's how they hunted. That's how they get food. Their clothing, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So... you remember Anthony Bourdain, of course. Everybody remembers Anthony Bourdain and his show.
I loved his shows.
Yeah.
I loved his shows.
What an absolute tragedy.
Yeah.
He took his own life, unfortunately.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
The show, that is.
Yeah, the show is great stuff.
Yeah.
But in him taking his life, not so much.
Very sad.
Left this world too soon. But anyway, he did an episode.
Yeah.
Up in like Nunavut.
Really?
Yeah, or up in Northwest Territories. Anyway, up there.
Huh.
Probably was Nunavut. You can correct me if I'm wrong, good listener.
Huh.
But anyway, it was he's with a family.
Yeah.
And they went on a seal hunt.
Huh. Awesome.
Yeah, and so they got a seal. They killed it. They brought it back to the house.
Yeah.
And for us that don't know the tradition, okay, they had it right in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And they just started chowing down.
Wow.
They ripped the thing wide open.
Yeah.
And it was kind of funny because the grandmother was there. She's 90 years old, and she's eating like whale blubber.
Yeah.
And heart and all this stuff.
But it was a seal, not a whale.
Oh, sorry, seal blubber and stuff. Yeah. And they're just going to town on this seal. Like, they don't cook it, they just rip it open and they're going to town.
Wow.
And of course, Anthony Bourdain, wherever he was, would partake.
Was he eating it as well?
He was eating it as well. And there's like blood. You're talking about like
I don't think
midnight mass, like bloodbath.
It was like that.
It was a bloodbath.
Oh boy.
And so, but it was very interesting, right? Because this is their.
It was very natural.
It's very natural for them. Very
That's
natural.
How they.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I was out in Newfoundland working on a show, and basically, I had seal. I ate seal.
Cooked or raw?
Cooked.
Cooked seal.
Cooked seal. It tasted a lot like hamburger, but had a fishy taste to it.
Okay.
Of course.
Greasy?
No, it wasn't greasy.
Same consistency as hamburger? Like
I think
ground,
so, yeah.
Ground up?
Yeah, like it was, It tastes like beef.
It wasn't like a slice?
It was a slice.
But it was ground.
No, actually, I believe it was more like a steak. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So it tasted beefy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But with a fish, it was an odd kind of mixture.
Well, of course.
It
probably tasted like seal.
That's probably what seal tastes like.
There you go.
Exactly. But then we had a discussion with and she wasn't native or indigenous at all.
Yeah.
And she said, it gets a bad name, the seal hunt.
Yeah.
It gets portrayed really poorly in the media.
Whichever groups tackle something like that and get it out there to their angle, to their sort of point, of course. Yeah. Like we've done a poor job. Well, but the folks that support the sealing probably just aren't doing the work that's required to counteract all the negativity.
Right? They don't have the resources to do that.
They don't, and they don't probably care. Like they're killing them to eat them.
Yeah.
They're not killing them to make some point.
No, exactly. Yeah. They're not just killing them. But so unfortunately the Faroe Islands got that rap just because
same deal.
Unfortunately they killed more than what normally they kill, I believe.
And the optics of it, no matter what, just don't look good. It's so easy to get that photo around the world quickly, and then boom, how do you counteract that?
You can't. So, the thing is, too, you think of dolphins as very friendly mammals.
I know. Yeah. You don't think of them as a food source.
No, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway,
we digress. That was
warning there for sure.
Yeah, we got to a dark place.
Okay. Now, do we want to go with our listener questions? It's been forever, or do we want to talk about the chicken sandwich wars?
Well, let's do the questions first. I think. Then we can get into chicken sandwich, and then I think at that point the warning should go in. I
agree. Because at that point we'll be through all the good stuff that we chatted about in the podcast. Okay, so look, it's been episode after. It's been probably 10 episodes since we did a listener question. Okay? It's been a long time. Yeah. So we dug through those
because we were off for the summer and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But the good thing about the summer is the questions kept coming. Even though we were on hiatus, the good listener was still thinking about the podcast, probably reminiscing, feeling sad, feeling down. Where's my cop car coffee? Like, how many times have I heard, where's my cop car coffee? I love that line.
Like 0?
Like 5 or 6 times.
Oh, really? That many?
Well, definitely. You've never heard your neighbors, your wife's family, they don't go to you, hey, where's my cop car coffee?
Well, my neighbor did say, "Oh, I listened to your podcast,"
but he didn't question it as in where's.
No, he did not question that
because that should go on the T-shirt for season.
Where's
2.
my cop car coffee?
Season 2. Where's my cop car coffee?
Okay, I'll design a new shirt that is on the Teespring. Yeah. By the way, we never promoted that in a while.
We haven't. I haven't been to that.
We did sell one shirt.
That's cool.
Yeah.
To someone you knew.
somebody.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got to get we got to get back to that sort of
Where's
stuff.
my cop car?
Anyhow, here we go.
Yeah.
Where's my cop? I love that question.
Yeah.
Question number 1 from me. Nice local
Yes.
question.
Yeah.
Right from the get-go.
Yeah.
Wendy from Canada.
Oh.
DDT,
Yes.
what is your favorite bourbon?
Oh, Wendy,
That's a nice, simple
that
question.
is actually a great
We
question.
talk about bourbon a ton, but
Yes.
I couldn't tell you. Well, is Jack Daniels a bourbon?
Yeah, that's a whiskey.
It's a whiskey. Like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
You should. I'm not telling you how to answer it, but
Jim Beam.
Wendy might be wondering, maybe throw a few bourbons at us and then tell us your preference.
Well, I'll tell you my preference right off the top.
Oh, okay.
My preference is Four Roses.
4 Roses.
Yes.
Bourbon.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not a bourbon drinker.
No. So that my preference is Four Roses.
Okay.
And there's a couple reasons for that.
Yeah.
One, probably the biggest reason, is it's fairly cheap.
I was just going to say.
It's not expensive. Well, I mean, any like the cheap, I'm talking like a 750 mil is $32.
Holy jeez.
Yeah, so I mean, it's still expensive as far as liquor goes, I guess, if you're comparing it to maybe one.
Now, if I get across the border after November 8th,
yes,
and I follow all of Christine Freeland's rules, maybe I can get you a bottle of bourbon for like a third of that cost.
Yes, that would be nice.
It's been forever since I've been down there.
Yeah.
To the liquor outlets.
Yes.
I love it. They got any mall will have a liquor outlet.
Yes.
First of all, Walmart has booze.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to pay those crazy Walmart prices, which are like
cheap,
which are like a third of what they are here, that's me being sarcastic.
Yeah, okay.
Then you hit the liquor outlet.
Okay.
Where you take your life into your own hands. When you walk into the Malone liquor outlet.
Yeah, I would not. I'd probably want to buy it at Walmart.
But I'm not kidding. You could probably get a bottle of bourbon for like $9.95.
Oh, probably.
Like it's crazy. Anyways,
yeah.
I cut in your answer.
No, it's all good.
So tell us more.
Sure, yeah, but I definitely want you to buy one.
But tell us more about bourbon.
So yeah, so 750 of the Wild Rose, Four Roses, is about $32. So it's one of the cheaper ones.
Okay.
But then you have, that's my favorite, because also the second reason why it's my favorite, because I found I like the taste of that.
Well, sure, that should be your main reason.
Yeah. So that's that. But the
now,
other
correct
one,
me if I'm wrong. A bourbon is a bourbon because it's made in Tennessee, Kentucky.
Yeah, it's like a whiskey.
It's a whiskey made in Kentucky.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And so it has to, in order to be labeled a bourbon, it has to be made in Kentucky.
Okay.
You can't make a bourbon in Tennessee.
Okay.
But anyway, the next one, Wild Turkey.
Oh, okay.
Bourbon.
I may have heard of that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's another cheaper one as well.
Okay.
Jim Beam.
Okay, I've heard of Jim Beam.
Yeah.
Okay. Bean or Beam?
It's a Beam, I believe.
Beam.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a Jim Beam.
Definitely heard of that.
Jim Beam.
Okay.
You know what? I should know that, but I can't remember.
Whatever. It's your third pick. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, it's
way down the list.
That's another cheaper one.
Okay.
But then if you want to get up to the higher level ones, you're looking at Woodford. Sorry, Woodford Reserve.
Now, would something like that actually be a favorite if you could afford it?
Yeah, you know what? I like that bourbon.
Okay, you do.
But a 750 is like over $40.
Okay, but you would prefer that if you could afford it.
You know, it's a good one, yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I like that one. That was one of my favorites at the beginning.
So Duff could surprise you with some Woodford over the
Woodford Reserve. Woodford Reserve.
Duff will not be surprising you with Woodward.
Well, you'll see. No, exactly. But if you see, like, you'll go to the bourbon section, whiskey section, U.S., and you'll see Woodford Reserve.
Gotcha.
Or if you just see Wood, then you know
it's a reserve. Okay, yeah. Gotcha.
And that's one of the more expensive ones.
Okay,
of course.
Cool.
And there's a few other that are really expensive.
Okay. But you know what? Like you say, if you like it, if you like the taste, sometimes it doesn't matter.
No, that's why I go
high rating or not. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I go for Four Roses.
Okay.
But I mean, you almost can't go wrong with a lot of these because they've been around for a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you know, they've been around for a while.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
So yeah, Woodford Reserve is good if you want to pay a little bit more.
Okay.
But if you want to pay less, I would go with Four Roses.
All right.
Yeah, that is my pick.
Now, do you have a question?
I do have a question.
A good listener.
I do have a question.
Okay, here we go.
This is my one contribution to the
one. Okay, I'll get one more after this.
Okay. This one comes from, of course, our friends in Eastern Europe.
Good. I was hoping you'd go there.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds like my wife is leaving.
Uh-oh.
We're in the garage cave.
I do hear something.
Yeah. So, yeah, because my phone just connected to the car. So here we are. This is from our buddy in Eastern Europe, Gunther.
Gunther?
Gunther
Okay.
from Albania.
Albania.
Yes.
Cool.
That's in Eastern Europe.
I didn't know we had listeners there.
Yeah. It's close to Romania.
Yeah. It's close
Transylvania.
It's close to Italy. Well, it's on the other side of the Adriatic Sea, I guess. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay. What's Gunther have to ask?
Gunther says, he's not bad in English actually, but he says, I much like Duff pick.
It's pretty good.
How Duff know much about movie?
Ah, okay.
So he's saying how much
do you know so much
about movies and TV shows?
Oh, great question.
Yeah, I thought it was a good question. That's why.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I would counter. I don't know that much actually, but but what I do know, I guess I know well because I'm so focused.
You're very focused.
Like it makes it sound like when I talk about my picks, like it's not like I watch countless other stuff and pick that out of 10.
Right.
It's actually very sad. I'll watch that and just pick it.
Like I wonder what separates.
Like if it's something worthy to share, I'll share it. Like honestly, I haven't watched anything else. Well, I shouldn't say that. So since our last pick of Midnight Mass, my wife and I, we really do like Homeland.
Homeland, okay.
We're finally getting back into that. There's like a million seasons. That could be a great Lanark pick for next week. Because Homeland's been around a while.
Yeah, it has.
So, but nothing new. No, like we're
but
on.
What makes you such an expert on?
Well, I don't know. I
Maybe
feel
we
like
should have you on.
I'm a commoner. I'm just a regular guy watching the odd flick. I'm nothing like Mr. Hollywood.
That's why maybe we should have like you and Mr. Hollywood in a competition.
Head to head again.
Yeah.
Tete-a-tete.
Yeah, for the picks.
But that's the thing. I'll clearly get my butt handed to me again. Eh?
I think you held your own.
I held my own
in the Oscars, not the Oscars. Yeah, the Oscars.
Well, Gunther, that was a great question.
Yeah,
thank
you, Gunther.
A little morale boost for Duff on his streaming selections.
Yeah. Thank you, Gunther from Albania.
Gunther. And Gunther, keep working on those English skills. Use your words. Use your big words next time.
Warning. The next part of the podcast is a major injurious waste of your time. Warning, the next part of the podcast is a major injurious waste of your time.
So my second and final pick is from Paul in Vermont.
Ooh.
It's probably a typo, but I like it.
Okay.
I like it. He says, when will you get a guest speaker?
A guest?
A guest speaker.
A guest speaker.
I love it. I love like a guest speaker.
Like
someone that comes on and just guesses, right? Sorry, Paul, you knew I had to make fun of that.
Isn't that like us?
He probably meant guest speaker. And we are working on that, but obviously I want to focus on the guest speaker and maybe wonder what that could do for us. What do you think a guest speaker would look like?
That's a good question.
Maybe we bring someone on and we ask a question and we give choices for the answer and they guess because it's so hard.
That's true. Yeah. Who would we get on for that?
A guest speaker. We could bring JB could make a good guest speaker.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we could pick a topic he knows nothing about and then just, what do you think, JB?
Yeah.
And he guesses.
Do you think they have professional guest speakers?
Guest speakers.
Yeah, no T. Guess. You think they have professional guests?
Right now I'm thinking warning for sure right at the start of this segment.
Oh, start of the...
Because why I chose the guest speaker one. I'm sorry, Paul. I'm sorry it won't happen again.
He won't choose another email from Paul from Vermont.
Paul from Vermont. We hope you keep listening and maybe we'll see you down there soon. The border's finally about to open.
Well, speaking, I know he says guest speaker.
Yeah.
So we should get some.
We should get a guest on, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. What the only other thing I had that I think we mentioned in the podcast was the price of.
Well, there's two things. Didn't you want to go to your chicken sandwich?
Oh God, I forgot about that already.
Yeah. Really? It's only been 2 minutes.
I'm so hungry right now. actually.
Really?
Yeah, and now that you bring that up, I'm picturing my number one chicken sandwich right now.
What is your... Okay, let's go. This is another Duff's pick, sounds like. What is
so
your...
in the news, though, the news recently, there's been a lot of talk about the different fast food joints going hard at the chicken sandwich market, right?
Yeah.
Have you heard anything about that?
No.
It was really, really big in the States, and now I think it's filtered up here.
Usually does.
Yeah. So KFC has their chicken sandwich, Big Crunch, all the regular places. Popeyes for sure has one.
You know what's big?
Mary Brown's.
Nashville chicken
sandwiches. Yeah. 100%. I love those things.
Yeah.
But even like the Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, everybody has their chicken sandwich. So I'll tell you why this, and you're bang on, man. This is a Duff's pick. Because I can prove it. Because last weekend it was so friggin' good. I went back the next day and got it again.
Ooh.
And I
can hardly wait. What is it?
Well, you mentioned Popeyes.
Yeah. Is it Popeyes?
It is Popeyes.
Okay.
So the Popeyes chicken sandwich with a side of gravy with real chunks of chicken in the gravy is to die for.
Wait a second.
This thing is unreal. Unreal. It's a crispy chicken sandwich with a little bit of spice. It's bigger than the bun. I will never give a shout out to a chicken sandwich if the chicken is smaller than the bun.
Oh, that's a good
There's
point.
a lot of places like that.
Yeah.
You want it spilling over the edge.
Yeah,
where there's chicken everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's crispy and it's got a nice reddish flavoring telling you there's some spice in there.
Yeah.
Just a hint of mayo, not too sloppy,
yeah.
and a couple of pickles. Oh my God.
Oh, nice.
Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
2 days in a row last week.
Is that like a breaded?
Breaded, 100%.
Yeah. Crispy?
Crispy, breaded, spicy. Dip it in the gravy. I can't imagine one being better from a fast food place.
Now, I remember on the group text.
Yeah.
The group text?
Yeah.
That
three-way group text?
On our three-way group text.
Yeah. I don't remember this.
You guys had talked about
a little bit of back and forth.
Chicken sandwiches. Because we had talked about, like, I know a lot of people like the hot chicken sandwich.
The only thing I'm remembering.
Can we say Swiss Chalet?
Of course.
So a lot of people like the hot chicken sandwich.
Maybe we'll try that.
And
sometime.
you said, because I know you guys got it the other night.
Yeah, but we just got the old chop the chicken in 4 family pack.
Okay, but there was some question about whether their sauce is a gravy or a sauce.
It's a sauce.
And you said it's a sauce. Yeah. And JB said it was a gravy.
And he complained because it wasn't a very good gravy. And I'm like, well, no effing kidding, because it's not a gravy.
It's a sauce.
It's a sauce.
And I actually, I didn't pipe in on that, but I agree with you.
If he wants gravy from Swiss Chalet, you know what you do?
What's
you
that?
Say, could I please have a side of gravy?
Yes.
And they'll give you gravy.
Well, they'll probably forget. I know, because my daughter works there, and then they get complaints.
It's like ordering a chicken sandwich and then complaining that it doesn't taste like hamburger.
Exactly.
Like it's a totally different thing.
But you got to ask for the gravy.
Ask for the gravy.
It's a different, if you want Swiss Chalet sauce.
Yeah.
But he was saying, we'll say at Saint Hubert, which is another great chicken place.
I can't argue that.
Yeah. Likes their sauce.
Yeah.
But he said sauce. He didn't say gravy.
I think it's a Quebecois thing, eh?
Yeah.
I maybe. JB's Quebecois, and I think sauce and gravy is
Franco-Ontarian, maybe.
Yeah, that's true, eh? Ontarian. Ooh, I wouldn't want to call him Quebecois if he's not.
Might be Franco-Ontarian.
I think they really do use those terms interchangeably, maybe, eh? Sauce and gravy.
Yeah.
Like, how do you say gravy in French? Maybe it is sauce.
Patty day.
Patty-té?
Patty day.
Patty day.
Means no idea.
I thought you were saying Patty Day, and I'm like, Patty Day? Is that like an Irish slang?
No, it means I have no idea.
Gotcha. Pazzy Day.
Pazzy Day.
Gotcha.
Patty Day.
Well, anyways, so to wrap it up there, like chicken sandwiches, that is so big in our hearts and mouths that we could go back to that almost weekly and talk chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
Eh? Try different ones, maybe get some sponsorships.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind trying a chicken sandwich or two.
You know the one I want to try is Mary Brown's.
Oh, Mary Brown's.
I wonder if Mary Brown's would toss us a bone. Or not even a bone, just a chicken sandwich. If they could toss us a chicken sandwich with a side of gravy, that could be the test.
Yeah.
We actually tested with a side of their gravy, their in-house gravy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe your daughter could set us up with something from Swiss Chalet.
She could.
For free.
She gets a discount. But she wouldn't, I don't know about for free. Well, okay, that's a great idea. I like that idea because we get to eat some chicken.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. That's it. I'm ready for lunch.
Well, didn't you have a hamburger story as well?
Let's save it for next week.
Your Hamburg inflation story?
We're saving it for next week.
God.
I think the good listener has heard more than enough about food.
Hungry here.
Yeah, exactly.
I like food.
Well, let's
I think that's about it.
Let's call it a podcast, folks. Thanks for listening.
On that note, yeah.
If you're like us and you're listening in the morning, it's time for lunch. We'll see you next week. That's Cop Car Coffee.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we can keep.
Now I am hungry.
Whatever. Okay.
I am hungry now.
Yeah.
What time is it? 20 after 11?
20 after.
That's almost lunch.
The hamburger story, eh? You like that? It was just negative. I didn't want to get too negative.
Well, it's pertinent for today.
Yeah. Like the cost of hamburger.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Maybe next week we parlay that into just a whole, like we could almost have a focus on inflation or the cost of stuff.
Yeah. I'd like to know from Albania how much stuff's
cost. So we could do some research there, put some
maybe Gunther will let us know.
Yeah, the cost of stuff. He'll get back to us and say, yeah, guys, this is ridiculous. The cost of a chicken leg is 40 million whatever.
Yeah.
And then we could do the quick math and say, oh, wow, a chicken leg costs 13 cents. Hey, maybe we could play that angle.
Exactly.
Poor Albanians.
Well, don't they? They just go out in the barn and